PCHtv. Today we're taking a look at how schools give back to others around the St. Louis area.
How are we doing that, Carol?
Condensed preserved foods in middle tins.
Oh, canned foods.
Yep.
Every year, PCH students and staff get together to help feed the hungry with our school's canned food drive.
The canned food drive is an annual event held by Stuco every year. It's just where we collect cans over a week or 2 week span.
Stuco and the canned food drive sponsor, Ms. Reeves, work hard to achieve their goal.
The goal is really just to get people thinking about other things than themselves. It's a really busy time of year, and we oftentimes get wrapped up in our own stresses, and it's just a time to really think about, there are people out there that don't have enough to eat or have to rely on a food pantry to provide their meals, and it's a way for us to give back to our community.
With such positive visions of the canned food drive, Stuco has made some changes to help out even more.
Well, we're extending the amount of time you can bring in food. You can now bring in ramen because it's a very common item that people would want to bring in and never had the chance to. And also, it's a grade-wide competition, not just a school-wide, so you have more of an opportunity to win and motivate you more to bring in.
The canned food drive is one of Student Council's main fundraisers, and they continue to do it year after year.
We have it every year because it's just a way to give back to the community. We do a lot within the school, but it's a way to get the school involved outside of school as well. It's just really a way to give back for us.
The community is thankful for Parkway Central's contribution every year to the St. Louis Food Bank.
My favorite part of the canned food drive is when the St. Louis Food Bank representative comes and collects the cans after each day of collection, and just the thankfulness that they feel towards PCH.
Thank you all who brought food in for the canned food drive, and this is Zoe Rosenberg for PCHtv.
Hey, do you know what really works up an appetite?
Water polo?
Just wait 30 minutes before you jump in the pool.
Let's dive into the story of water polo.
With spring sports starting, water polo has gotten a huge boost in numbers thanks to a large freshman class.
There's at least 10, which is, enough to be an entire team. That was probably the size of water polo when I first started freshman year.
Many of the young bloods came in knowing little about the sport.
I knew absolutely nothing. I knew how to swim. That's it.
Even though most freshmen don't have experience playing water polo, they are accustomed to being in the water.
I was on the swim team. He just said, you might be pretty good at this, so give it a shot.
While some freshmen are swimmers, others are new to the water and are trying to adjust.
I haven't actually done swimming before, and so I started off just slowly swimming, and it was difficult, but we did that for the whole time, and then it got easier.
Different rookies come in more experienced than others.
I've been playing water polo for a year on a club team, so I'm fairly good at the sport, and it's really fun to sport that my two brothers play.
Some of the more experienced players are hoping the beginners can help contribute to the varsity level this year.
It always helps to have more players. It makes it easier on everyone who's swimming because you have to swim up and down the pool constantly. And, I think they're probably better than the average person.
Even with the inexperience on the team, water polo is hoping to have a successful season.
I think we're going to be good this year. We did lose a lot of good seniors last year, but I know we're gaining some underclassmen, and they're going to help us out.
For PCHtv, I'm Alex Lansing.
Looks like the team will have success this season.
Not only has there been success in the pool, 8th grader Preston Chen has had success in the high school classroom.
For many students, math proves to be a difficult subject. However, this is not the case for middle schooler Preston Chen. Chen is an 8th grader who takes geometry here at the high school. However, his math abilities didn't just appear overnight. Hard work and support from his family helped him along the way.
I think maybe as a kid, my parents pushed me, and that helped me become the math student that I am today.
During 6th block, Chen walks over from the middle school and through the halls of PCH. On the way, he sometimes sees his brother Chris, who he has a close relationship with.
I used to beat up on Preston a lot, but now me and him are real close, especially when I'm going to college next year.
However, just because Chen has gone up to the high school, he isn't treated any differently by his big brother.
Seeing him, I always greet him, tell him what's up, and then it's not really any different than being at home or anything.
Even with the new setting of high school, Chen still shows his academic intelligence and maturity.
He's a really good student, always does his homework, great with participation. He's really a model student. He's a great kid.
Chen's mathematical abilities far exceed the levels of his fellow middle school peers. However, he is just like any other teenage boy.
Preston is just like a normal 8th grader outside the classroom. He just likes to hang out with friends. He's not any different than any normal kid.
Although being at the high school is challenging, it does come with its perks.
I like going to the high school. It's pretty fun meeting with all the other kids and meeting new people. And also I get to eat lunch at the high school, which is slightly better than the middle school.
Next year, Chen will be moving up to the high school, beginning his freshman year. His experiences in his math class will help better equip him with skills he needs for the future.
I think he's going to be not very nervous, obviously, to come to high school since he walks down every other day for 90 minutes. And academically, you know, he continues to excel. He'll continue to be in a class that's, you know, 1 or 2 grades ahead of his usual. So I think it's a great opportunity for Preston.
For PCHtv, I'm Eric Ballesteros.
But with those brains, Preston Chen gets all the ladies.
You won't see Preston in the halls unless you have math, 6th block.
You know what I see in the halls a lot?
What is that?
Couples holding hands walking to class.
Relationships are a big part of high school.
Now let's look more into the dating culture of teens.
The adolescent years at PCH. Good times. Grades and homework may not be the only things valued to students. Perhaps dating and relationships as well.
You know, obviously kids need to have relationships in high school. I think that's part of growing up and experiencing, you know, love and care and loss and how to deal with that.
I think high school relationships are good for kids to get experience dating because when they leave high school they're going to date in college, and developing healthy relationships early is important to being successful there.
Over the past few decades, an interest in a long-term relationship has slowly changed into wanting more of a quick fling, such as a hookup. However, what is a hookup?
Hooking up is just, you know, meeting someone and, you know, that night or whatever, just doing your thing with them.
I guess that would be getting to know someone if you like them, maybe making out.
Just being with somebody in a sexual manner.
We asked students and staff whether or not they were surprised that most students in high school have participated in sexual activities.
Parents
Not at all.
No.
Honestly, no.
Oh no. No.
Not really.
Perhaps maturity is changing and happening more quickly. Is this changing things?
You don't really have to be mature to hook up with someone. I could be an 8th grader and hook up with some freshman in high school.
When I was in high school, I mean, cell phones were just coming around, and dating was mostly you had to call their home and actually talk to their parents.
Eventually, social media changed the dating world.
And now, it's like you can text, you can tweet, you can private message, you can Facebook. I think it's become a lot less personal.
Kids don't have the experience yet, and they don't understand what the issues could be out there.
I don't think it has so much to do with maturity, because if they were mature, they wouldn't hook up.
Another change would be the challenge of dating someone in or outside of school.
You know, it is hard to date somebody at your high school because you see them all the time. And I think sometimes that separation is good because it keeps people out of your business. Then it also makes it more exciting and interesting when you do get to see those people because you haven't seen them the entire day.
However, should schools teach more values on dating and relationships in more depth?
And we already have health classes that show the effects of what certain actions can bring, but I think it's a personal thing.
And that schools probably should put their hands in.
Maybe they should touch on it more.
To be honest, I don't think you can teach it because what is it?
From PCHtv, I'm Charles Thiel.
Looks like not much has changed with relationships in high school.
No, not really.
Basically just to be at home, hang out with friends, and really just kick back.
I'm going to Riviera Maya for spring break for a couple days with my friends.
I'm going to Hawaii with my family.
I'm going to probably stay home, watch over my brothers, and just clean the house. My family and I are taking a trip to Santa Fe.
I'm going to Italy
With the Latin class.
I'm doing nothing.
Going to Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm going to Mexico.
Working over at MacArthur's Bakery.
Going to Florida.
Thanks for watching this episode of PCHtv. I'm Harley Whitehouse saying, enough said.
And I'm Caroline Benton, and live from New York, it's Saturday night.
See you next time.